The following Let's Play that you're about to watch is a story. A story that has been told millions of times in millions of different ways by different people, but this story is being told, I think, well, I can't say entirely in a unique way, but in a way that I find more interesting to myself. It is going to be a story of triumph, of tragedy, of loss and redemption, a story of good deeds and bad intent. A story that may ultimately end up either saving the galaxy or destroying it. Welcome to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I am the Fairy Queen, Titania Bird, and I want to be very clear about something here before we start off this Mass Effect. This is a game that I myself have played a few times before. Certainly Mass Effect 1 and 2 3 times. The entire Legendary Edition fully twice so far. And the last 2 times that I've played it, I've tried to develop a story out of the characters that supplements what is already provided by BioWare and their team. I've tried to create a concept for the kind of Shepard that I want to have, and then play them accordingly. My first run when I had Legendary Edition was a full Paragon Shepard named Titania Shepard, who ended up choosing the synthesis ending to fully unite the galaxy because she felt that that was the best way to break the cycle. Then I played a full Renegade Shepard, Mori Shepard, who had the nickname the Angel of Death because she was a destroyer throughout. And she couldn't quite ever get past that, even as she turned over a bit of a new leaf in some of her later times. She was still ultimately someone who ended up destroying stuff to get a greater effect. And she chose the destroy ending because she knew that in the end she couldn't outrun who she was. But it wasn't that she was trying to outrun the Reaper. Instead, death had something to fear of her. And in that context, she kind of ended up becoming a destroyer goddess. This one, though, before I start, I'm going to spoil how it ends. This is going to be a control run. That is, I have already decided how the war against the Reapers is going to end, and it is going to end with controlling the Reapers. There's a reason for this. And that reason is, as I play through these games, I want you to see my thought process for certain decisions that get made on the moral spectrum, and the things that this particular Shepard does. I want to kind of build a psychological profile of someone who would end up choosing that ending. I want to tell a coherent story from beginning to end of someone who would look the end in the face and say, the people who tried this before did not do it right. I can do this better. Some of you might have your preconceived notions about how that's going to turn out. Some of you might think you already know, oh, you're going full Paragon, you're going full Renegade. I'm not going to say whether you're right or wrong. I just want you to experience this story with me, the meta story, beyond the story of Mass Effect. And some of it might fly in the face of the intent of the developers. It's not the intention by any means. It has meant something simply to add to the experience. But with that in mind, let's have fun with this. Let's riff on the cutscenes, because that's the kind of girl I am. And let's start our new career.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
It should be noted that I am playing this on PC, but I do have a Xbox-style controller that a friend of mine bought for me. So you see in the Xbox-style buttons on there, and that's what I'll be using for most of the playthrough, although there is some parts where I might have to switch to keyboard and mouse just for a little bit. So we're going to enter our new ID. We're starting with a custom female because Jennifer Hale has been in my life since the 1990s Spider-Man series, and no matter what I watch, what I play, she always keeps coming back into my life.
Please log in to access your profile.
To start off with, I have already decided the name for this particular Shepard. Like I said, my Paragon was named Titania Shepard because she was meant to be based on me and my more noble characteristics, or at least the noble characteristics that I would like to think I have. Maury Shepard was named after the Latin for death, because, again, nickname Angel of Death, Destroyer, and we'll expand on those a little bit more when we get into the other various different options. This Shepard, I've gone with the name Kendrix. This is partially an homage to Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. The original Pink Ranger in that show was named Kendrix. But it's also a variant of Kendrick or Kendra, common names, that take from the Welsh for wise ruler. Because in my mind, if I want someone who is going to be in control of something as powerful and destructive as the Reapers, they'd better not be an idiot. Just saying.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Okay, so we have the backstory for this particular Kendrick. Titania Shepard was Earthborn, an orphan raised on Earth. Maury Shepard was a colonist, and those choices fed into what their later additional military history is. I think to complete the Trinity, I want Kendrix Shepard to be a military brat. A lot of instability in her early life, maybe not as much as the orphaned colonist or Earthborn, but certainly a lot of change that they had to adapt to.
Confirm psychological profile.
Okay. So, previously, Titania Shepard was a war hero. Again, trying to play to my, at least, hopeful, more noble aspects of being someone who cares a lot about her friends and would do everything in her power to help them. By contrast, Maury Shepard was ruthless, the Butcher of Torfan. That's part of how she got her nickname, the Angel of Death. So, very pragmatic kind of person. Now, you would think to complete the Trinity that I would be going with Soul Survivor here. And I am. And of course, the reason, as you might have surmised, is Soul Survivor things went outside of what she could control. She did everything she possibly could and still failed. In the words of Jean-Luc Picard, this is not weakness, this is life. And yet, even so, I feel like for someone like Kendrix, who is a fairly intelligent person and who was raised in a military environment, she might have felt at some point that failure was not an option, and being face to face with failure was not the best thing to have happened to her. She was able to survive it, which is something that a lot of people who have never met failure in their life that suddenly come up to failure end up not doing. Most of those become politicians. Others just become billionaires and screw us in other ways. But you're not here to hear my economic politics. You're here to hear how that would affect Kendrick, and we'll see how that feeds into some of the decisions that she makes.
Confirm military specialization.
All right. Now, I normally stay in the bottom half of this. I did Infiltrator for Titania because I love sniper rifles. And having the tech abilities was pretty neat to have. Mori was a Vanguard because frontline fighter, shotguns, heavy pistols, medium armor, really able to bring the fight personally to things, because that's just the kind of person she was. Do whatever she can, get the job done, get the hell out of there with whoever's left. I tend, in past, my favorite class has tended to be Sentinel because of the balance of biotic and tech. No special weapons though, so if you want to learn snipers, that's kind of on you, which again, I love sniper rifles. I love the ability to either just take your time, line up the right shot and get it, or just be able to follow someone in the scope and plug them while you're zoomed in on them. For Kendrick here, I don't think this is going to necessarily have any effect as far as psychology goes. It's going to affect how she fights, but I don't think it's going to have a psychological effect. So going off of the fact that she might be smarter, I'm going to make her an engineer. Now, this is partially irrelevant due to some mods that I put in. And by the way, this is a modded run. I put in some mods for things like additional romance options and the ability to flirt with people in different ways and to not get called a cheater after ME2. But I'm polyamorous anyway, so ethics are involved, but you know it's nice to be not called cheating when you weren't, you know. So, but yeah, I'm going to go with engineer, and in later games maybe I might pick up a little extra little jaunt into sniper riflery, simply because again, I love my snipers. Oh, I can do that right now.
Confirm facial identification.
I forgot about that. Let's give her a more custom appearance. Alright, facial structure. Kind of a semi-middle-aged complexion. Gonna stay with light skin tones because I'm a white girl and I'm not gonna peddle in digital blackface. Yeah, I think I like this facial structure here. First of all, no scars, at least not for this run. Yeah, I think I like that. Eye shape. I kind of like the idea of long lashes like that. Let's give her. There's color. A nice bright blue, I think. Yes. Thinner jaw. Thinner chin. Give her thin brows. Could go with the Janeway look here. The Catherine Janeway. Okay, that's what I went with. Yeah, I think just kind of short and messy like this. Hair color. Yeah, let's make her nice auburn. Nothing wrong with auburn. Nose. Oh, that was the nose I gave Maury. Tanya had a bit of a smaller upturned nose. Yeah, I think a smaller downturned nose like that, yeah. Okay. Subtle blush there. Some subtle red there. Eyeshadow. I did kind of reddish around the crease eyes just to give her that kind of extra goth chick look. Yeah. I think this is starting to look like a Kendrick. I think this looks like a Kendrick pretty well.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Alright. Kendrix Shepard. Spacer. Soul survivor. Engineer.
Identification confirmed.
Now, auto level up for squads. Legendary scaling for levels, because again, the whole way. Disable tutorials. Subtitles on for those of you people who like those. Autosave on. Combat difficulty. I usually play this on casual. If you don't like it when people play casual, you really need to re-examine your life. Now, I've played this pretty well, so I could probably bump it up to normal. But we're telling a story here, so I'm staying on casual. And again, if you'd like to get arguments about the difficulty that I'm playing on, or want to start yelling about how easy difficulties are ruining gaming, maybe you should try looking in the mirror to find out who's actually ruining gaming. Or, you know, any of the abusive bastards in control of companies. Just saying.
Well, what about Shepard? She's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of her life.
Military service runs in the family. Both her parents were in the Navy.
She saw her whole unit die on a cruise. She could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilizations of the galaxy call it Mass Effect. Cannot believe I actually spoke fast enough to read all that. Cruising on down Main Street, yo, relax.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot, acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. The board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
Oven, pretty sure I've turned it
1500
off.
is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Hello, Caden. Hello, Paranoid. I mean, Joker.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting up.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
I love these goofballs. I really do. All right, so let's make sure. Oh, we've got 3 points to get here. We've already got some Paragon points for the options that we've taken. So let's take these first 3 points and you know what? Let's go ahead and make ourselves as charming as possible. Also, we've got all the codex entries. I'm not going to be going through all of them because, well, odds are if you're watching this, you might have already played this game several times yourself. And you've probably already read all of the codex entries and all of the journal information. Well, the journal I'll be checking just to double check missions and whatnot, but yeah. Starting off with a level 1 Lancer, level 1 Storm Shotgun, level 1 Kessler Pistol, level 1 Avenger, simple old grenade launcher, no mods on the grenades, simple old blue wire tool for our Omni tool, and simple old Onyx level 1. Good guys dressed in black, remember that just in case we come face to face and make contact. Title held by me, MIB means what you thought you saw, you did not see.
They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged right along with them.
Relax, Preston.
Pretty sure I get EXP for filling out the codex, so if there's anything I can do, I'm going to.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
I will take my bloody time as much as I want to. Presley?
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
No, I'm heading down to go to the John. Yes, I'm going to see the captain.
I'm on my way to give him a status update right now.
With all due respect, ma'am, maybe he'll finally tell you what we're really doing out here.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
Not sure why it matters that he's a Turian Spectre, but okay.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War, lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board, especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper. Less chance of security leaks, too. Plus, there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Fear of the dark. Fear of the dark. He has a constant fear that something's always near.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, ma'am. But I can't figure out what he's doing here.
Well, it's
Captain
a ship,
Anderson is
so...
one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
It's his ship, though. Even if it's just a shakedown, even if it is just a shakedown run, why would he not want to be on his ship to make sure his ship is working properly? You're not making a lot of sense, Presley.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Yep, every little bit of experience I can get helps.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not it. What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Gotta admit, the hot lady with the cute accent's right.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
An attitude like that is going to get you killed someday, Jenkins.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
You know, people get mad because their grandfathers fought in the First Contact War and hating on Turians would be like me hating Germans because my family left during Kaiser Wilhelm's regime. Doesn't make sense.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. Always getting dropped into impossible situations, forced to survive unbeatable odds. Just like you on a cruise.
Me? A Spectre? Right, like that happened.
I try not to think about Akuz.
Sorry, Commander. I didn't mean to offend you. I respect what you did there. We all do.
Let's not dwell on the past, Commander. Was there something else you needed?
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
But did they ever pave Paradise and then put up a parking lot?
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
Seriously, rev down, Jenkins. It's not like someone's put a gun to your head.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
Jenkins, don't be a hero. Don't be a fool with your life.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not gonna screw this up.
Narrator. It was in that moment she knew he would screw up.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Codex entries. Which means more experience points. Let's talk to the big scary guy whose name is something suspiciously similar to something I tried to deny myself.
I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
As safe as any other place. Which is to say, only as safe as people make it, really.
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Of course.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir?
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
What else can you tell me?
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Okay, that's a fair cop on humanity. It is a fair cop, but society is to blame.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
A remarkable will to live. Unlike that one person at Torfet who just killed a bunch of Batarians. Mori, I think her name was.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Boy, I sure hope nothing goes wrong.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
And, whose hands are the wrong hands, exactly?
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Terminus, Terminus, Terminus out. Why am I quoting that asshole?
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
I didn't know we were playing Babylon 5.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Do we have to bring Jenkins? Alenko I get, but do we have to bring Jenkins?
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Sure hope that doesn't bite you in the ass.
Ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
Sure hope that doesn't bite him in the ass.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
Right. Jenkins gets overkill. Alenko, boost to decryption and electronics, and the ability to throw. Hawkeye.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
There's my powers wheel. This ain't on y'all, it's sabotage. Overload. Alright.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles
Sniper.
everywhere. Keep your guard up.
Since this provides no points one way or the other, it's time for my traditional popping of the gas bags. That really should give you some renegade points, though. If we're gonna be really honest, that should give you some renegade points, because, I mean, they're just floating there. My significant senses are tingling. Jenkins, you dumbass. Well, Jenkins was not a hero. He died the way that he lived, like an idiot.
Ripped right through his shields. We're out of chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
He died the way that he lived, like a dumbass.
Some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Lens flare. Snapper. Boom, boom.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna miss. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
Ashley Madison Williams, how are you?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
You seem to be a steady hand with a gun.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, ma'am. It's time for payback.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Move out!
Right. Oh. Overkill for Ashley. We have a soldier, and one that is hopefully not as big of an idiot. Upgrade kit.
At the far end of this trench.
Ooh, radioactive rounds and anti-personnel rounds. I'm gonna put the anti-personnel rounds. A shotgun. I don't think they're gonna help against Geth that much. Scorpion armor. That's better than what I got. Mostly better than what Ashley has. Definitely better than what Caden and I have. I am thoroughly invested in my own survivability, so I will take the Scorpion. And we'll just convert that to Omnigel. Boom. Headshot. Ooh, level up off of that. Nice. Now you see why I love my sniper rifles. One shot, one kill, take your time, get in there, and pop, pop, pop. Though usually less pops than that. That crate. Better shotgun. And a Reaper sniper rifle. Better than in every aspect except for accuracy. You know, and I'll take it. Hurricane's worse in 2 out of 3 aspects. So I am going to investigate the dig site, but I just want to make sure that I haven't missed any collectibles here. Oh, and I should probably level up my people. 6 points for this level. All right then. Let's up that sniper proficiency. And let's go ahead and pump all of those into engineering. Electronics for Caden. Overload. For Ashley, we have shield boost. Nice.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Nobody gets out of this
Change of plans,
place.
Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Nobody gets out of this place alive. Nobody gets out tonight.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
Well, that ain't creepy in the slightest.
Oh god, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
You know what? When it comes to Husk, I find shotguns at close range much better. I mean, when you hit them, leastways.
That door, it's closed. Security lock's engaged.
Let's check this door first, see if there's anything in here. Crate, Avenger, a hammer, and a cipher tool. Better shield bonus, worse same tech cooldown bonus, worse memory charge. I'll take the bonus. Give her the scimitar. Cave the Avenger. That's all that's in here. Alright, let's do a little hacking. Pro strats. Sometimes you just hold down the up button, as long as there's not any yellow blocks in your way.
Humans, thank the Maker.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
Ah, great. The dispensationalist.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack. That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry, Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Dr. Manuel, you're at a 10 right now. I'm gonna have you bring it down to 2, please.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
I agree. This isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Oh God, where to start with that cliche? Genius and madness are often two sides of the same coin, often used by people to glorify unnecessary suffering and just diminish the role of proper mental health care. You see it all the time, you know, great people in history who had mental health issues and all the struggles that they had, like Vincent van Gogh, kind of deified for ascending their human frailties and creating something beautiful. They're humans. They were depressed or anxious or autistic or ADHD or had something going on with them that is, if not treatable or curable, at least manageable. There's nothing romantic about mental health. It sucks to deal with.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
You know, if you take the I can shut him up route, you can, regardless of whether or not you're going for a Paragon run, just knock the motherfucker out and then justify it as being for his own good. I have done this before, including in the aforementioned full Paragon run. I didn't do it this time, though, because honestly, I felt my little soliloquy on the nature of madness and genius to be more important.
Saren. Nihilus. This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Do you? Do you, though? Well, okay, yeah, I guess you do.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
Great big fucking bug is what it is. And here's the other reason I like sniper rifles. Take out threats before they become a problem. The best way to avoid damage is to make sure it never happens. There's my pro stats again.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
You knew it was trouble when it flew in. Shame on you, 'cause you hid away, and now the whole colony's dead. While you were hiding on the cold, cold ground.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
Did it sound something like the Inception horn, maybe?
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
Okay, there are a lot of different ways that you could mean the stuff. Are you talking drugs?
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
I know this is gonna make me come off sounding like a cop. And of course, a cap. That being said, this idyllic place being loaded with profiteering. It's a wonder this didn't turn into Rapture or Columbia.
You're breaking the law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
Anything else you'd like to share with the class, Cole?
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
Look, I get it, you know, snitches get stitches. At the same time, we're trying to find out why a bunch of fuck-off robots have come and decided to just lay waste to this place.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport, if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
Pistol, Stinger 2, and a combat sensor. Put down my sniper rifle. Stinger 2, nice upgrade for everybody. I mean, I'm primarily switching back and forth between sniper and pistol. Also, it's only now that I realized that I kinda inadvertently made Kendrix look like Kira Nerys from Deep Space Nine. I mean, there are worse people I could have modeled her after, I guess. Unintentional, but I'm not going to complain.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Yeah, dead Turian can wait. I'm looting. Basic rounds. Less damage, shield bypass. I mean, I'm already one-hit killing with the sniper rifle, so...
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Identify yourself.
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I am sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
Elucidate.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. Just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped on the cargo train and headed over to the other platform. Probably going after the beacon. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
Now, Ashley, let's be fair. He could be narcoleptic.
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, he'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks for the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
We have more important things to worry about.
Yeah, this is a hell of a thing.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform. Thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
While you're at it, Powell, maybe see a doctor about the narcolepsy. Yep, see? Still one-hit shotting. I mean, granted, we're in early days, but, you know. Here comes the boom, ready or not. Here comes the Geth from the south. Haha. How you like me now? What in the hell are you shooting at? Oh, him. See, y'all just shooting indiscriminately. I line up my shots and I kill them before you do. Caden and Ashley learning the benefits patience. And we got the train controls that we can activate. I'm actually going to stop things here. When we come back, we'll continue Eden Prime. So, until next we meet, later y'all.